just wanted to touch base with students. There's a number of students asking questions about when's the right time to discuss medical issues or things of that nature in the class, or life events, we could call them. And this is an excellent point. Sometimes there are rigid policies and students assume that there's no flexibility, and sometimes there's not, and sometimes there is flexibility. But several things is, one, I tell students, save missing assignments for important things. So if you keep missing just because you didn't want to do it, or something was more important, or you didn't want to, that's when the big things happen. It's not crying wolf, but it sets the stage. Well, this is just another late assignment. Why do I worry about it now versus how it's been doing, or how the student's been doing? A friend of mine, Frank, used to say, if you always do a good job and you have a bad day, people say, well, hey, that person just had a bad day, but they do a good job. But if you always have bad days and you have one good day, they say, well, that's great. He had a good day, or she had a good day, but they really just do bad work. So this, you want to be obviously the first person. When it comes to things like medical and life events and death in the families, these are legitimate parts of the human experience. And I say it that way because a lot of people will say, well, I don't know, I don't want to bother the professor, I don't want to do this or that, I don't want to delay my education. Sometimes you have to stop. I've had students before that's lost a child or a wife or a spouse, and I tell them, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you you should probably take time with your family, or at least to get over the event. That's just me personally, okay? One course delayed for a little bit is not going to change the world, and it will be hard to struggle through. Some people are the opposite. They just want to focus on what's in front of them and forget what happened, or at least delay that processing, and that's fine too. There's no right or wrong answer here, and I'm not judging that. What I'm saying is there are choices out there. The first thing is always tell the professor, hey, this is what's going on in my life, and I just want to let you know, and then they can try to make a solution with you, okay? And so maybe that's delayed, maybe you get a week off, maybe we can sort this out and you can stay in the class. That's what professors can typically do. Now, if it becomes more serious, then there's typically counseling services at the school. You can reach out. I always advise the academic person, like your advisor, because that person can say, okay, look, here's the deal. You've had a medical event, you had a death in the family. This is a big deal. So why don't we do this? We'll put an incomplete in, or we might just say this, let's wash this semester and go to the next one and put you in there with the documentation. These are important things to do, okay? And I think that's a better solution for most people. Having said that, each person has to make that decision for themselves. So at no point should a student ever feel like a professor's not listening or working with them, or school's not working or helping them. But that goes back to the idea that save the misses and exceptions for those moments that you need them. Don't cry wolf before, don't always be late, don't always have struggles and appeals and complaints and all these things. Be a good student, do the best you can, so when these things hit, professors will make every effort to help you, and the school itself will make every effort. Remember, at the end of the day, they want you to be successful, they want you to graduate. If you want to be cynical, they want your money, okay? Or if they want your alumni donations, okay? So, but that's being cynical. At the end of the day, I think most professors really want you to graduate, and they want you to do a good job. And obviously, we're all humans, and we all suffer these events in life. Sometimes I don't feel good, and I don't want to miss class, but I might be slower, or I have to do things a little differently. And that's just because we're all human, okay? So always reach out, always discuss things. There are typically solutions that we can work on, and that's where we're at. So I appreciate it, and best of luck. Thanks for the topic. I think it's a great one, and I appreciate you sharing it.